This is my review of the Promised Neverland, Chapter 128, I've Decided. So, things basically worked out exactly like I said they would last week. It's essentially a race. Emma and Ray and maybe a few others are going to try to get to the Seven Walls and make the New Deal to ensure peace and safety for all of humanity, while Norman's still moving forward with his whole let's kill all the demons plan. And it's a race to see what happens first. Does Emma make it back in time? Will Norman have to start the eradication? I think my bigger concern is that Norman, or at least his allies, are not going to play fair in this particular race. He could either end up sending some of his warriors to go stop Emma and Ray without them noticing, and they might just take it upon themselves to kill both of them just to make sure they don't get to the Seven Walls, because they really want to kill some demons. I mean, they have just so much hatred in them, and I just don't think there's really any way to appease them short of genocide. But moving on. Emma basically goes on to say that Norman's plan is statistically right, but it's not morally right. And if they just followed what was the most probable solution, what was the most probable way of things working out, they would have never escaped the farm. I mean, that's a 1 in a billion chance of that happening, but they all managed to escape. I mean, Phil and the others are still there, but for the most part, they managed to escape. They defied probability once, and Emma wants to do it again. And what's more, if they go through this plan, if they eradicate all the demons, Emma doesn't think she'll ever be able to smile again, and that's what Norman's original plan was, to protect her smile. And I'm just not sure how far he's fallen, if he's still determined to protect her happiness, protect her smile, or if he's willing to go past that, if he's willing to say, screw it, this needs to be done, goodbye, and end things. I'm not sure if he's still willing to go so far to protect her smile, or if he's more concerned about protecting her life. He then says, yeah, okay, you're going to make a new promise, but no one knows what that means. The Seven Walls have never been found before. Nobody knows where. Not even James Ratty was able to find it. It's basically a fairy tale. I don't even think it exists. Oh, yeah, we already found it. What? So, yeah, that's a... I was hoping his reaction would be a little bigger to that, but they basically already found the mythical door to this alternate dimension. I'm going to assume it's an alternate dimension. Also, I'm just throwing this out there. I think that the demon god is Musica's father. I think this is a Christian analogy, maybe a little Greek analogy in there. She was in heaven. She was perfect. She was there, but she looked down, saw other sinners in despair and turmoil, and left the heavenly realm to offer them salvation and peace. So yeah, I think she's the son of a god, basically. She's Jesus Christ. And to get to the Seven Walls, basically to get to heaven. Or at least the demon equivalent to heaven. But what's more, getting there is tricky, because apparently you need some necessary items with you. Emma had some golden water from Goldie Pond, which I guess that's part of it. Maybe you have to drink it. Maybe it's like a mental thing where you die and then your spirit goes over. Or maybe it's literally just crossing into another dimension. And we still haven't actually seen how the worlds are separated. That's still a big mystery, and I think down the road that's just going to be how a chapter ends, with them like zooming out and showing how the world really is. Maybe like multiple dimensions, or like the hollow earth theory is correct, and they're all actually inside the earth, and the elevator takes you down, which is to the surface of the main earth. I'm not sure. I'm very curious to see how they end up showing that, and what they end up just explaining that to be the truth of the whole world. Then we get Norman's big reaction when he's basically told, okay, we're going in, but we have no idea how to get out. Which I just loved. Yeah, so apparently no one except the first head of the Rattery clan has actually ever come back from this place. So I'm thinking this is like, I know I said it was Christian mythology, this feels more like Greek mythology. You know, traveling to the underworld, that's something only the bravest of heroes can do, and getting back out was this huge endeavor. But Emma's willing to risk being trapped in the demon underworld forever if she can bring peace the right way. In a very interesting scene where she literally tells Norman, you don't have to be a god, you don't have to put this all on yourself anymore, you can rely on us. And that's something he's always done. He sacrificed himself to protect the others, protect the world, and he's still sacrificing himself to keep everyone safe. And then he just relaxes way too quickly. He puts on a fake smile and tells them that he understands and that he'll let them go do his thing, but they have to return before he kills the royal family or there's no coming back. Of course, Rey's going with her. But then we get the last page, and it's very concerning. Norman's basically looking at his hand, and I'm thinking he's either realizing how stained with blood it is, or he's thinking back to the contract he made. Maybe there's something in the contract that he can't break without dying, or some horrible repercussion coming on him, and he knows he's going to have to break it in order to make things work with Emma. And the last panel, which is interesting. Emma and Rey are walking forward, and Rey's shadow is right behind them, and it's very poignant. Like there's something dark following them. Like there's some danger they aren't aware of just right behind them, about to kill them. So, yeah, that was the chapter, more or less. So next week is going to be them talking with Dawn and Guild and the others, figuring out who else is going with them. In a certain way, it would just make sense if it was Emma and Rey going forward on their own, solving things, putting this all to rest. But on the other hand, this series built up a freaking huge cast over time. We're still meeting new characters every chapter, and it kind of makes more sense if a larger group goes with them. Some people from all the walks of life they've met, maybe even Adam, or one of the new irregulars that we've just met. I mean, Norman's warriors are definitely going to try and stop them, either with or without Norman's approval. I'm just not sure who else might go with them and what all the roles are going to be. I mean, we still know so very little about this place they're going to. I'm not sure if it's like 7 trials or it's like a 7-walled barrier or something. Just not sure yet. All right. And that's my thoughts on The Promised Neverland. Be sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. And until next week.
Peace.